I've been down to London, mate, to meet Ray Burdis, and basically I introduced him to the Saudis. I know, like one of the Saudi families quite well. The people who've been trying to buy Newcastle, you know.
Yeah.
And they're keen on financing his film.
You're talking about a very high budget there, then.
Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. So
That's not going to be a small budget, is it?
Nah, it's early days, but the meeting went very well, shall we say.
Fucking hell. Any ideas who might play him?
Not at the moment. I know Ray always likes to give new talent an opportunity. If you remember when he did Love, Honour and Obey years ago, he was the one who gave Jude Law the opportunity.
Oh, that made him, didn't it, that film?
Yeah, so...
And what's the film going to be called? Brown Bread Fred?
I think they're just going to call it Fred.
Are they?
Yeah. His name's...
It's about time they made a film with him, mate.
His name carries enough strength in London, doesn't it? So...
He's a fucking legend.
Oh, he is, mate. He is.
There's nothing he ain't been involved in.
No, exactly. He's been involved in everything, but he's...
Fucking hell. I always remember that photo in the paper when they was bringing him back from Spain.
Yeah, the video footage...
He had a right kick-off on that plane, you know.
The video footage of him coming down the stairs at Heathrow is absolutely... He's still in his shorts, isn't he, in his shirt?
Hey, that'll look good in the film, that, won't it?
Oh, fantastic, mate. Well, that's going to
And he had a pair of moccasins on, didn't he, or something?
He did. Well, he got jumped, didn't he? He was fighting.
He got jumped, didn't he?
Yeah, he was fighting all the way to the plane.
And when's is his birthday?
March.
What?
When?
His birthday's in March.
No, is his?
Oh, is he? Yeah, she is. She's live.
Is he?
She's just got up out of bed, and her birthday's on Saturday.
Hey, Steve.
I'll put her on.
Hello.
Steve,
Yeah.
give her a bullseye on her birthday, mate, at me pot.
Right, I will do, mate. Not a problem. Thank you very much. She's got the postcard in front of her. She's here now.
Yeah, it was a bit early, a couple of days early, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Hi.
Hey, is it? I said it early because in these places you never know how long it's going to take.
Yeah, because I...
So what I'll do, I'll give you a bullseye on your birthday day. Your dad will give it to you and treat yourself to something nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're worth it. You're worth it. You're a princess. Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
What about that Mac geezer who won the silver in the boxing from up your way?
Pat McCormack, he's a cracking fighter, like. But there's they're twin brothers, you know. They're like the bloody craze. Luke and Pat and Luke, and they're both great amateurs. They're both trained at Berkeley Boxing Club, but they're great lads, mate. They're identical twins.
Wow.
They're both going to go pro as well, which is fantastic news for the Northeast.
Like Eddie Cooper and his brother George.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. But they're both good lads.
I'll tell you what, though. I've seen their mum and dad on the telly being interviewed. Not last night, the night before. He's a bit of a miserable git, isn't he?
I've never met him, to be honest. I've never met him.
He never even had a smile on his face.
No, these two guys have been around for so long. I mean, they're young lads, but they've been around for so long, and they've I don't know. I missed the interview. I mean, it's probably quite late. You don't know when they've interviewed him. He's probably going to bed.
Yeah, he looks a tough nut, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. They bring them up tough up this way, Charlie.
Oh, fucking tough old boy, mate. And he looks like a right old bruiser, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I'd seen that. Must have been on BBC.
I've never seen his twin though.
Yeah, Luke. I don't think Luke got into the medals this time round, but Luke's already. Luke. I think Luke boxed for. Luke got to the quarterfinals, and then he came up against a guy who was just. It was a big Cuban, I think, and he was just too good for him. So
Hey, what is it about them Cubans?
Oh, they're good boxers, mate, aren't
They
they?
are a bit special, aren't they?
Really, really good, mate. Great
Do
fighters.
you remember
Mate.
Teflo Stevens?
I do, mate. Yes. Yeah. Hell of a
Probably one
fighter.
of the greatest heavyweights ever to fight in the Olympics.
Well, Glenn McCrory up in the northeast, you know, he opened a gym years ago, and he'd actually went out to Cuba. I've got the documentary somewhere on DVD, and he went out to Cuba, and then he brought a load of Cubans back to Newcastle, where you can imagine the Cubans swapping the sunshine of Cuba for the rain in Newcastle. There was a bit of a culture shock, but there were some great fighters. Like they're great.
Hey, that toughened them up a bit.
Oh, aye, they're doing road work in the snow.
Hey, what's your national dish up there then?
What's the what? Sorry.
Your national dish.
To be honest, Newcastle's probably best known for things like
Fish and chips.
black pudding, fish and chips.
Oh, black pudding. You can't beat a black pudding.
Yeah, I mean, Newcastle brown ale's probably the big thing from up here, isn't it? You know what I mean? Brown ale's.
Did you put any music to my latest song?
I'm gonna definitely, yeah. I've got it with Neil, my mate, who's quite capable of doing that. So yeah, I'm gonna see what he can do.
That's a winner, that.
Oh, 100%. I think it'll be a good one, good one for charity, wouldn't it?
Oh God, yeah, go for it.
Definitely, a good little one for charity.
Stick your beans up your arse.
Yeah, I got your message about Paula's book, mate. And you were asking about Lee. I met Lee once before. To be honest,
Lee Duffy.
No, that Lee Wortley book, Bronson and Me.
Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, I met him. He asked us if we'd be able to, get the book out there for him, and it was, to be honest, when I read it, it made me quite sad reading it, just like yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was sad.
He said he toned it down as well. Yeah, he says he toned it down. That's what he said. I know he's upset a few people, but the people he's upset on, I just genuinely think some people didn't like the truth.
Truth hurts, mate.
The truth does hurt. Yeah.
There's a couple of things in there I didn't fucking like.
Yeah.
But life is life, isn't it?
Well, it is. It is. Look, we all know the situation with Paula. She was a lovely woman, but she had her own issues. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think, unfortunately for her, I think some of the people that she came across outside prison probably affected her more than anything else, mate.
I think you're spot on there.
And it's look, when you look at the contrast to Irene's book's such a happy story, and it's got a happy ending. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, I don't know what's happening with George and all that, because I've shouldered him off for a bit, mate. He's too much for me. He's a bit of a bullshitter at times,
It's sad, mate. It's sad. See, the problem you've got, Charlie, and I've always said this to you, and we've known each other over 20 years, mate, and we've had our fallouts and we've made back together. But that's what friends do. And the way
honesty, I like honesty.
What I would say to you is, mate, that you're in such a difficult position. A lot of people on this side of the wall. I mean, I do, because I've been to see you. Richard's been to see you. A lot of us have come to see you over the years. Even some of the people you fell out with, and you only see and hear what you're allowed to at times in there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And people don't appreciate that, Charlie.
So I get that much bullshit in these places of screws, governors, and cons,
and probably letters.
More out there.
And letters you'll get from people.
And there's no reason in this world why he's stopped doing something for Irene. Irene's done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Keep your word. When people give their word, keep it.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
But if he ain't going to do anything, you'll still be able to sort her out something, won't you? Something for publicity for the book.
Yeah, listen, I think Irene... The difference between Irene's book and Paula's book is very simple. Irene's still alive, mate. Now that's the difference. Paula's book was so difficult to get publicity for that, because she was passed away, you know what I mean, and we did try, but I think we missed the boat with Paula's. And I mean, I think it'll make the money back. I'm a small publisher. When I publish books, I take a gamble publishing them each time. But with Irene's here, she's alive, and I know enough people who are capable of getting her in the newspapers if things don't work out.
Yeah, what you need a serialisation in a Sunday paper.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's what we'll get, you know what I mean? Hopefully that's what we'll get. And look, gone are the days of getting huge for yourself.
Oh, there's no money at all. You're lucky to get a couple of grand nowadays.
But if it helps you sell the book, it helps you sell the book.
Exactly. Listen, sometimes you don't want paying by a Sunday paper, because if they're serialising it, right, you're going to get your money with your sales anyway.
Well, exactly, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like with books, Charlie. I mean, it's about timing, and I mean... We've been lucky in the sense for 15 months, people have been locked in the house and book sales have continued all year round. But normally book sales, what I would normally do is I would bring books out, like we've discussed this before, end of September, start of October, get the book out, and you start capitalising on the Christmas sales.
She's well happy with the cover.
Yeah, it's good, mate. It's good. Neil, look,
it's a good title, isn't it?
Neil's done a cracking job, and I mean, the book should be... We're hoping that the first draft will be ready this week for her to say yes or no, and then it's just a case of hitting the button. I'll pay the money up front to get the book printed, and we'll give it a go, mate, So hopefully...
I reckon it's going to be a big seller,
Well, me too. Me too.
I really do, because people forget. Never mind about people in prison, but women outside have got a harder life to live.
Whatever happens with these books, they'll always sell because of you, Charlie. Do you know what I mean? They'll always sell because of you. People will always be interested in you. You know what I mean? And
I've got a new one coming out in about a month.
yeah, I've seen it. Richard's doing a poetry book, isn't he?
It's going to be a bit special, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, mate.
Ah, good.
Not saying that ours wasn't good, because I loved ours.
I'm proud of ours.
And me.
I just think
But
it's
this one is going to be so special, it's unbelievable. I don't know how he's doing it, but you know the poems inside.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's done it. People log on to it and they can actually hear us talking the poems.
Ah, fantastic, man. Great.
But
Great.
I've never heard of anything like that in my life.
Technology now, man. So
Technology.
it's amazing.
And there's one on there. I'll start to read this fucking poem,
Yeah.
and I can't stop laughing.
Right.
And I'm laughing and laughing and laughing. I'm crying as I'm reading it.
Fantastic.
I can't help it. It's just so funny.
Who would have thought when we first met that would have ended up doing a poetry book together, though? And you're
Hey, we'll do more than that. Hey, listen. See my freedom book.
yeah.
As soon as I get out, God willing, early next year, late next year, it's all going ill now. But when I get out, and I'm out there, I'm off that security probation tag and all that.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit down and do my freedom book,
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant.
and it's going to be a happy ending.
Well, that's what you want. That's what you
And
want.
the ending is going to be a picture of me sitting in my garden at my cottage, and I'm just going to be sitting there in the summer on the lawn, doing an oil painting in the sunshine.
Fantastic, mate.
Butterflies flying around me, birds singing. It's going to be such a beautiful ending. And every lad that starts off in prison with a 30-year sentence or whatever they're doing, they can read that book and go, bloody hell, if Charlie could do 50 years, I can do 30.
It's inspirational, isn't it, for people?
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. And I'm going to tell the lads, it doesn't matter who you are or what you've done, there's something inside you, because everyone's got a gift of life.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
That might be sport. Hey, did you see that young girl, 13, who won the medal?
Amazing, wasn't it? That BMXing as well that you left a message about the other night was fantastic, wasn't it? The BMX stuff.
Oh, it was absolute brilliant. But that 13-year-old kid, last year she had a terrible accident, you know.
Yeah, I saw that.
Broke her skull.
The wall climbing was good, but I was thinking, Christ,
Hey, the speed of that wall climbing.
I just don't get any
I tell
idea.
you what, Steve, I don't think they'd keep them two in prison long.
I was going to say, don't ever lock them two up.
I think they'd have to build a special prison for them, mate. Hey, I said to the governor the other day, I said, any chance of one of them skateboards will go around the yard in?
No, that would be funny.
He said, no way. He says, you'll go that fast, it'll be like the wall of death.
Is there any sign of visit? Is there any sign of visits? Do you think coming up?
Nah, nothing yet. Nothing.
No. Pity, mate. Pity.
As soon as it's on, I'll let you know.
Good stuff, mate. It'll be great.
Listen, gotta go, bruv.
Take care, mate. Speak to you soon.
Hey, Izzy,
Oh, she's gone.
have a great birthday.
I'll pass that on. She's gone, but she was very
Get something nice.
top man.
Hey, what do you reckon she'll get with that bullseye?
Oh, well, she's very into her. She's very into her drawing and art, you know. So
Is she?
yeah, she's very good at that. So she'll probably go off to the shop and get herself some new pens and pencils and stuff.
Oh, you can't beat a good art pen, you know.
She loves it, mate. She loves it.
Oh, you can't beat it.
No, she's very good. Well, listen, if you're ringing back over the weekend, mate, you can catch us at 9 o'clock on Friday night or 9 o'clock on Saturday night.
Right, I won't forget that. Also, not this weekend, next weekend, football starts again.
I know, Newcastle West Ham, first game of the season.
At Newcastle,
Yeah, live on Sky.
they're a bogey old team, West Ham, mate.
We did the double on them though, so I think I'm confident.
They can be beat, but they are a bogey old team.
Aye, they are, mate. They are.
Hey, Ray Winston team and Danny Dyer team, isn't it?
It is, mate. Aye, it is.
Right, have a good one, bro.
And you take care, mate. Bye.